Hey guys, what's going on? It's your friendly neighborhood Banana Man. I know a lot of you were expecting videos from me, but I've kind of just been on hiatus for making videos. Sorry. And, you know, I don't really enjoy making these kind of videos because I feel like it's just too easy. But honestly, everybody else does it and people still watch their videos, so whatever. If you're new to Invention, you need to get to level 27 ASAP. You need to be making gizmos all the way to level 27 and you'll be done, alright? Bladed parts can be received from magic short bows, from breaking down swords, recommended adamant swords, or using adamant hatchets. Probably swords to give you more blades. I don't know. You pick one. Have fun. Crafted parts, you're going to be wanting to get mostly from summoning pouches, because you need summoning pouches in order to get powerful components, which you will use augmenters, right? So you need a bunch of augmenters eventually. So you need to get all this stuff. But first, get to level 27, making gizmos. When you're done with that, you'll be able to make level 10. You'll be able to get your items to level 10. And then we can proceed with the actual method of training Invention. So when you get to level 27, you're going to go ahead and you're going to make a bunch of these augmenters. You need energy to do that. You need base parts, which you can get from bolts. You need tensile parts and flexible parts, which you'll be getting from breaking down shield bows or just short bows, which you would need the blades or the strong components anyway. Enhancing components you can get from potions. So if you have a bunch of extra extremes or adrenaline potions from training your herbivore, then you need to break those down and steal all of the enhancing components so you can make augmentors. And then powerful components, like I said, you'll get from summoning pouches. So any extra summoning pouches you have or any summoning pouches you can make, go ahead, break all those down, and then eventually you'll be able to make an augmentor, and then you can augment your weapon. The higher tier an item is, the more likely you are to get the uncommon components. Like, you don't want to be breaking down chicken pouches because you'll spend forever getting junk and nothing from it, as opposed to, you know, yak pouches where you'll be getting these uncommon components, the enhanced components, a lot more often, or powerful components, sorry. So once you actually have a physical augmentor, you're going to use it on a weapon, right? And then it'll be like, bam! Augmented crystal staff, right? Just like that. So now that you got your augmented crystal staff, and you're still only level 27, you're going to want to kill things and level it up. The more XP rates you can get an hour killing things, the more XP your weapon will get. 6% of the overall XP you're getting is going into your weapon XP if you're using a two-hand. If you're using dual wields, the main hand ends up getting 4% and the offhand ends up getting 2%. In the long run, it's the same exact XP rates. Dual wield items just take longer to get to level 10, whereas two hands are getting 6% and the dual wields are getting 4% and 2%. So it's the same exact rate overall in the long run. It's just, it feels slower because you're getting one item up to level 10 faster. So once you have your augmented weapon, you're just going to want to kill stuff for the best XP rates. I recommend coming to ganos because they give you money. Gano flakes are a money method right now, and honestly, if you just come here, you're going to be using the Gano flakes for yourself. You're going to want to use the flakes to make yourself a set of Ganodermic armor. Then when you get the levels to augment that, go ahead and do it, and then train your armor up to level 10 and destroy it. So as long as you're at Ganos, training your weapons and armor, you're getting your supplies to make more armor, and you'll never have to spend a dime. It's not necessarily the fastest rate in the game, but it's definitely free. You're not spending any money except for any money that you would spend on a staff. Most likely, you make all the money you spent on the staff back just getting Gano pieces here. There's an option of selling the boots and gloves that you get because you can't augment boots and gloves. But you could also just break them down for the fungal components and then use the fungal components in gizmos to get pretty okay XP. But it really comes down to, if you just want to make your money back that you spent on the staff, then just sell the gloves and boots. So right now I'm going to find out how much it costs to buy a crystal weapon seed, because you need a crystal weapon seed to make a crystal staff. And last night I was buying them for 1 mil, probably, okay, they didn't crash. Alright, so it's about 1 mil to get one of these, right? One of these is one crystal staff that you're going to destroy, and that's a mil that you're not going to get back from that item, right? So if I spend all my time getting to level 10 on my crystal staff, which should take about, 2 hours at ganos maybe if you're not going hard in the paint. But so let's say every 2 hours you spent 1 mil on that crystal staff, right? You didn't spend any mil on Gano because you earned it all yourself. And then you also get all these Ganodermic gloves, right? Let's see how much I can get for these Gano gloves, right? These Gano gloves I got just showing the video. Within 2 hours, you're getting at least 10 of these, right? Not including boots. Okay, well, I finally sold the gloves. They sold for 55k. If I get 10 of the gloves in an hour, then, or 2 hours. Let's say I only get 10 gloves in 2 hours. That's 500k already back from this, not including anything else you get, like seeds, even though seeds are dropping because of Ganos. And then boots. Let's say you get 10 boots. That's another 500k. That's the 1 mil you spent on your staff back. I honestly think if you're trying to be stingy about Invention and not go crazy, blowing your entire cash stack, then Ganos with a crystal staff and a Ganodermic body and a Ganodermic leg, you're done. You can get all the way to 120, stockpile all of these things in your bank, and then drop all of them. That's 540k XP each item. So if I have, 10 crystal staves by the end of this, like in a month or a week, or I don't know how long I actually want to play, then that's 5.4 million XP. And in that time, I've probably made about 8 bodies or so. Because armor levels at 4%, where main hand, 2 hands level at 6%. So armor isn't going to reach level 10 at the same time that your 2 hand will. But it's not that far behind. It's 6% versus 4%. The only reason I don't really recommend stockpiling items is because I don't know if there's going to be a nerf. There's word on the street that it's potential that they're going to make tier 70 items not give the same XP drops as dismantling tier 90s. And if you're dismantling tier 90s, you're crazy and have no business doing that, or extremely rich. You should be siphoning those, because siphoning gives you half the XP and you get to keep the item. It just resets it back to level 1. But the difference is you're using tier 90s. You're not using shitty tier 70s to train. So you can be more efficient. I don't know if you're 50% more efficient, but you're definitely more efficient. That's why I don't recommend stockpiling items. You probably want to definitely get rid of them as soon as possible, because you never know if that nerf is going to happen or when it could happen. I don't think it would happen during a week, but you definitely want to get rid of them before Monday update or something. Anyway, that is how you train Invention if you didn't know. It's pretty simple. That's what I recommend doing. There's also Muspas. You could be training there. You could be training range at Kree, because that's good XP. You could do the whole Bandos Halley thing if you wanted, but I don't really care for that because there's no gain other than just training levels. Yeah, anyway, I hope I helped in some way, shape, or form, but see you guys when I actually make a real video. Bye.